Yes, thank you, Steam Elements.
You don't have to. I'm the one that brought it up. You don't have to delete all their comments. You literally did it yourself. Yeah, but they might not have heard. I mean,
There we go.
really, I don't usually hear you say it. See you say it.
Team deathmatch. Pick this sexy one. You are looking good.
That's such an annoying. I played her twice. What was I gonna say? Once you're in the
I will release them from their pain by force if necessary.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Backbone knife to get lucky.
Fight! This will be a hot match. They are threatened by our beauty. Be prepared. The first of many to fall for us.
The shadows are to be feared. Demon! Be patient.
Hello, are you lost? The
Your assistance is appreciated.
As long as we win the battle, I am here.
Turn out the lights.
I don't need any help. Don't regret that. I release you.
Enemy
Yeah.
double kill.
No, I'm not.
Is an honorable death.
Oh, Dios, a double! Killing spree!
I have no time for nonsense. solid team.
Give your king a big hug.
Enemies behind us.
Okay. Back, demon!
This is an honorable death.
Enemy double kill.
Return. I don't need any help.
Ah, yes.
So close.
Sweet taste of victory. It's almost as sweet
Respect.
as me.
Okay, good game indeed.
Yeah, I did kind of shit. I don't know what's up with this stupid face rig today.
Team deathmatch. There are no other champions. There is only Fernando. You are looking good.
Okay, so Paladins game is down. I think they are switching over to the waiting screen. I'm guessing that we have like one game or two games more, and then it's gonna be update time. Yes.
Evil lurks around every corner, but fear not. I will cleanse its blood with silver.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dazzle them with the might of our muscles. Let my sweet molasses voice prepare you for this fight. The enemy has drawn first blood.
Be patient. Get aside.
Well, that was kind of shit. Ah,
We must
that's not good.
flash out.
Make you stronger. I don't need
Enemy killing spree. Enemy double kill.
cannot stop.
Ah, I fucking suck.
I wouldn't miss out on the holidays.
Enemy double kill.
We make a solid goal. I don't need any help.
Let me save you from yourselves. Stop dying, fools.
Armageddon approaches!
Enemy killing spree. And perish. Enemy double kill.
And with more gifts,
We must press on.
Alright.
I don't need any help. Your assistance is appreciated. Away with you. Serve your purpose. I release you. Thanks for the heal. We make a solid breed. I am good. On my way.
Let me save you from yourselves.
Okay. Armageddon approaches!
Come on. Ah!
Oh no, no, this cannot be. Fernando is
We needed one more
losing
kill.
sight.
and did not get it. Oh, I hear music. Nine minutes, one more game. I'm just gonna also quickly try to... Oh? Yeah, I didn't do differently from that game. The Uncertainly did more damage.
Team deathmatch. Pick this sexy one. You are looking good.
Cassie.
There we go. That seems to be much better.
I will release them from their pain by force if necessary. Yes, yes, I see. Good luck.
Five, four, three,
You are quite
two,
impressive.
one. Fight! This will be a hot match. They are threatened by our beauty. Be prepared.
Be patient.
The enemy has thrown first.
Ah, stupid beam.
I shall wear this as a badge of honor. Strike now. What's the round?
You caught me.
Enemy double kill.
Oh. The stupid thing is taken already.
Enemy double kill.
Good night.
I release you.
Ow. Uh-oh. Getting dangerously close.
I shall wear this as a badge of honor.
Not yet.
Enemy killing spree.
Kneel. Next time you see that banner, run.
Fuck. Alright, well I'm gonna turn up the volume because this game doesn't... looks like it's gonna end in the correct time.
Enemy killing spree.
The war is not over.
Show them no mercy. Show them no mercy.
Enemy rampage.
Ah! And they have the upper edge now in terms of score
Enemy
as
killing
well.
spree.
Playing kind of stupid here.
Enemy rampage.
Reckoning!
Yeah!
Be patient.
It's an honorable death.
Show them no
What is that corner?
Enemy double kill. No, this cannot be. Fernando is never on the losing side.
Alright, well the pet show seems to be starting any minute now. I guess that was a good... Hey!
Welcome,
Ah.
everybody.
They all
to
have
the
ears.
Unlock update show. A very happy Wednesday it is for us out here on the Evil Mojo team and everyone in chat. I am your host and community manager, Romanova, and I am joined today by Nico, and some of you may remember from other shows that we've had, B-Jack, who is our animator. Say hello, everyone.
Cool. Hey, everyone. Glad to be here.
I am ready
So-
to jump into it.
Ooh.
Just getting
I
started.
just hope that, we don't get too many Nico puns. right off the bat. But
What do you mean too many
we'll
Nico
get into
puns?
that
Nico
later.
puns are the best.
So as you folks know, we have a lot of content to get through today. There are a lot of changes coming as well with balance. We're gonna because we only have so much
right.
time for
Big
the show.
balance.
We're gonna go over at first the hunt, and we're gonna go over the first 5 that we think are some of the priority for bug fixes. You know, the team is always working on that. Always.
I will
Great
just be right back.
So we're gonna go through about 5, but remember, when you look at the update notes, there's big old list of way more. But first one that we're gonna go over is there's a issue that was fixed where the lobby chat in the end of match lobby would continuously scroll back down to newly sent messages if the player scrolled up to the lobby chat for any reason. I know chat bugs can be very annoying, so this sounds like a great fix. I definitely don't want that happening to me, so if that was something that happened to you folks at home, looks like it is donezo in this new update coming. We additionally fixed some issues with players getting into annoying, permanently falling states when colliding with certain areas on Frog Isle. I know Frog Isle has given us some trouble, folks, since our revamp, but seems like the polish is getting better and better every time when these things arise. Shoutouts to the environment team for that. So we'll keep.
Are they finally getting rid of heavy walls?
Androxus, a fix for Androxus. We fixed an issue where Androxus's quick draw card would heal him when he hits shield and deployables with his revolver weapon. Now, Kevin, you're a designer. Do you have anything to say about Mr. Androxus over here? I know.
Yeah. So
go ahead.
So effects like that, where consistently we want to be able to have what's going to happen with certain types of effects. So things like the quick draw card, but also a bunch of other cards for other champions as well. Sometimes also proc off of things that they aren't meant to. So this is just one of those, and we're constantly hunting the rest down, make sure that everything is as consistent as possible for players essentially. So this one, we'll hit Andro a little bit, but this is a bug fix, yeah.
Excellent. And after Androxus, one other important one that we're going to go into is Genos. I've been playing a lot of Genos actually lately myself, so this one interested me. Fixed an issue where Genos' ultimate through time and space would sometimes fail to do damage even when the visual effect indicated it would. I wonder, does that have anything to do with like hitboxes, Nico?
So,
any bit of elaboration?
Genesis Ultimate is a very, very long, essentially like death cylinder, and the VFX were one way, but the essentially the size of that death cylinder was not quite lined up with the VFX. So this should be more consistently, like if you see the VFX and it should theoretically hit you in the death cylinder, this will more consistently do that.
Okay. Good. That's a good fix. I like that one. And last but not least, before we move on to design,
come on, get to the bunny.
We're going to talk about a fix for Ceres, where Ceres' ultimate convergence could pull players through the map at a specific location in ice mines. Ooh, that would be the worst to handle, especially if you're. It's one thing if it happens in a casual match, but it would be even worse if it was happening in a ranked match to you, and it just. I mean, it's great for your team if you're the one with Ceres, but, because you're pulling the whole enemy team through a map, but great fix. So, shout out. I assume that has to do with a lot of collision on the map, too, so I assume environment probably had some little bit of help in there, on fixing that. But, as you folks know...
Wasn't there like a hole on ice mines where Corvus could teleport through?
Paladins.com/news /genlock-update-notes. And you'll be able to look at the full list of bug fixes at the very bottom of that. But it's time for Nico's big forte here, where we're going to go into design and balance. So, Nico, this first part, okay, this is really exciting for many people.
Nico has gray hair.
For this for a while. I know
that's what you get for waking for hi-rez.
We've been saying this would be a nice change internally.
Misery and old age.
So, we have, for ranked updates, 3
ranked updates
in this update. 3.
Yes, finally, 3 bands.
one additional ban for a total of 3. Yeah, so we are
Yeah,
adding
well,
an
yeah.
additional ban
Total of 3.
in the ranked game mode. This will occur after both teams have picked 3 champions. So you go through your normal thing. Both teams have 3 picks, 1 more ban per team, and then you run through the rest of the draft. So this is something that a lot of people have been asking for. We felt it was an appropriate time right now to do that, and we hope this will help as we keep expanding our roster of champions, both with some of the frustrating
This
fixes
is
some people
nice.
may have, and provide a little bit more opportunity for
Finally, I can ban
strategy,
Terminus,
especially since the third ban is
Atlas,
not just at the start.
and Khan.
And then
Oh, yeah,
speaking
Gorath.
of the other ranked update, we actually have.
God damn it, now we need 4 bans.
The previous map rotation was updated in the previous patch. Just want to keep you guys in the loop. We plan to keep the current map rotation in effect for the duration of Split 2. So we are not changing the map rotation with this patch.
Interesting.
Good to know.
Maybe they're
Everyone
making new
updated
maps,
that.
actually.
So, for each of these, I'll give you a little bit of a chance to give some dev commentary on this. But first, the balance change that we're going to talk about is with Genos, his ability Luminary. So, his old one, it looks like it says allies were affected by your Astromark, deals 10% increased weapon damage. Now, I'll give you a chance here to just talk about the new one and what changes kind of went into this.
Oh!
Sure, yeah. So I'll preface this entire kind of like section as we're
So putting 2 astral marks on 1 person now actually
the
has
next 1, 2,
a
3,
purpose.
4, 5 topics of conversation are all talent reworks for the mid-season patch. There are actually additional ones that we wanted to get in. We didn't quite have enough time to do so, but you may see a couple more as we go on later in the year. This first one for Genos Luminary, as Rose was saying, as Romanova was saying, the old one, allies affected by your Astromark deal 10% increased weapon damage. Now we are reworking this to be all allies already affected by Astromark are healed for a additional burst heal when you use Astromark. So you can mark 3 different people, and then when you hit that 4th mark, all 3 of those people will get that burst of healing. So part of that is shifting a little bit away from the Luminary damage amp playstyle and trying to give Genos an opportunity to be more of a healing focused or a team healing focused champion. The other thing I'll say before we move on to the other things, Romanova, is that all the changes on these update note shows, but especially for the mid-season, especially for talent reworks, we really need your guys' help. We need feedback. As you go in PTS and you play these changes, please do let us know what you think.
Yes.
Things still are tweaked, things still change, that kind of thing. But for all of these, we hope you enjoy them. So anyway.
So next one, talking about healers, going with Furia. I know we have had some people in the AOC who saw this early, really excited about this. Solar Blessing is getting some changes. Old is when the Pyre Strike comes in contact with an ally, it will stop and heal anyone in its beam for 150 or 5.05 seconds. Also reduces the
I
speed
think this
of
nerf
Pyre
is
Strike
intended
by
to
30%.
counter the
Now,
Furia and
new is
Yegorath
refiring
combo.
Pyre Strike stops it in place. Any ally in its beam is healed for 100 every 0.05 seconds. So slight nerf there, right, Nico?
Yeah, a little bit of nerf to the healing numbers itself. You'll still see that this is a lot of healing very quickly. The big thing with this change is it puts a lot more control in the hands of the Furia player. The downside being that you can't just blindly throw it through a wall and hope your teammate hits it. The upside, which I think is a much larger upside, is that you are able to know when you can stop it. You control when you stop the beam, and that puts a lot more power in Solar Blessing Furia's ability to keep it where it needs to be, kind of thing. I think we actually have in-game footage showing this off, and I think we have in-game footage for one other talent rework as well. So we can actually, I think, head in-game, show this off real quick.
Oh! This actually makes going into the beam quite a bit easier for other players.
Including myself for a few matches, is showing off how potentially difficult it is to actually get it exactly where you want to. No longer can you just toss it, and if it hits somebody, it stops. You have to actually be able to both either coordinate with your team, and hope that they get to it, or be really quick with that refire.
Oh, that's nice though.
The other thing we'll keep in mind is, since you do have more control with Solar Blessing, and it still does deal damage to enemies, we will be monitoring both its functionality as the healing beam and as it deals damage.
Yeah, and I think too, one thing that the people who like to play Furia, for instance, in the AOC, were excited about when we actually showed this change is a lot of people didn't want just to only see like Solar Blessing Furias out there. You know, like they want to see a variety in play styles. So this gives more options to not only still playing this, but playing other different versions of Furia that you customize. So we're gonna move on, folks. You can always discuss that in chat, but we're gonna go on to Atlas. Atlas getting a change with Unstable Fissure. The old is activating Second Chance, leaves behind an Unstable Fissure that explodes after 3 seconds, dealing 1,000 damage. And the new is activating Second Chance, also rewinds the enemy for 40 units. Care to elaborate, Nico?
Okay, I guess
Yes,
nobody
this
was
one
playing
is
that.
potentially a little bit of a spicy
So
one,
this
I
is
think. Unstable
a
Fissure
gameplay
as
change.
a talent was fairly underutilized, and
Yeah, there we go.
and so this
Nobody
is
played it.
essentially using the mechanic that is unique to Atlas, is that rewind, giving it a little bit more of an option if you want to get in there, sacrifice your movement ability to potentially reset other allies or other enemies within a small radius around you. One thing to note is this isn't a particularly large effect. Obviously, we want feedback on this, but you'll need to be pretty close to enemies to rewind them. We could even tweak necessarily the numbers between, for example, setback and the second chance rewind. So
This could actually be kind of useful if you jump into like a choke point fight and then activate it, basically rewinding the choke point fight,
functionality.
kind of.
Absolutely. And with that, we're going to keep moving on here. We got a couple more to flag through here. For Nando, we have some changes coming to Formidable and Aegis. I don't know if I said that right. I always say stuff really weird sometimes. Aegis. I don't know. You're the
I think that this is another talent that was rarely used.
Don't worry,
Formidable. Old is heals for 55% of your
Hello.
maximum health over 3 seconds when you fall to or below 40% of your maximum health. This can occur every 45 seconds. The new is you now have 2 charges of charge. Each charge deals an additional 100 damage, and you are CC immune while charging, but the cooldown of charges increased to 13 seconds, or to 13 seconds. My goodness. And I'll go through Aegis as well, and then you can kind of give any commentary here on here.
So Aegis now works like Khan's shield, I guess.
Is reduced by 4 seconds. And the new is your shield now uses a resource that regenerates over time instead of using a cooldown. Very interesting change there.
Yes. So our Formidable change, while in some instances it was used,
How are you doing?
In general, effects that, even if they're impactful, effects that occur once every 45 seconds.
I don't know if you're up to speed on Paladins or something like that, but this is their patch note show.
So with both of these changes, we're hoping
Today they are revealing new champion. Or well,
valid,
actually they have already
valuable
revealed it.
playstyle for Fernando, and do it in an interesting way. So for Formidable itself, I probably put the word charge in there more than one too many times, but having 2 charges
That's good.
of charge, we'll go with use. We'll go with use. 2 uses of charge. Each charge deals a little bit more additional damage. I think one of the things, though, is you are CC immune while charging, so that's a big kind of utility thing. But the cooldown of charge is increased slightly. So this is another one of those that we're gonna need feedback. I mean, all of these, right? I said before, we're gonna need feedback on. We're gonna need feedback from players. But like I said, we hope that these provide an interesting change to some of these playstyles. For Aegis or Aegis, I think either works. The old one, shield has an infinite duration. Its cooldown is reduced by 4 seconds. The new one, so this is similar, as I'm sure some of you will point out, to other shield mechanics, Khan, for example, but putting a different take on how a shield is deployed, especially with a resource-based system, I think provides a little bit more control over, for example, when you bring it down, when you put it back up, resource management versus cooldown management. So we're hoping that this, again, provides just a different way, a different organic way to play Fernando.
Also, I just saw, Brett, if there's anything that you have to say, you can totally chime in. But I know we're not going to be able to really shut you up once we get into the skin stuff, since you're an animator and you worked the most on a lot.
Oh,
of
that's right.
those,
There's a crossover event with Paladins as well this time.
Chat, you'll get to hear his lovely voice soon. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm just here to listen to Bunny version of Kevin explain all the balance changes that I've been getting wrecked at in
Cottontail
playtests.
Nico.
Mm.
Okay, so we're gonna move on. We're gonna go into Barrack. I will actually let you take this whole one, Kevin, start to finish,
Barrack?
because there is a whole new name, etc. Go ahead and take it away.
All right, I got it. I just realized I should rename myself to like Donnie Darko or something. I'm really running that bunny suit vibe.
Okay, this is quite a big change.
Barrack, the only change with a new name actually for the talent reworks. Architectonics, as much as I love
this is gonna be pretty cool.
Is currently on the chopping block in favor of more turrets. So the old Architectonics increased the damage of your turrets by 20% and reduced their cooldown by 2 seconds. The new Architectonics, or the new Forge Fire rather, is your ultimate Dome Shield. Now costs 35% ultimate charge and places a small mini flamethrower turret with modified values, modified damage and range, obviously, and no Dome Shield. You can have 2 turrets active at once for a total of up to 4 turrets, 2 normal, 2 flamey, and
okay, this is gonna be fun. Barrack hasn't had a drastic change like this for quite a while.
Again, this is it's trying to provide Barrack with a different playstyle. This one it provides a lot of space control, a lot of potential damage. Before we tweaked the numbers, it was kind of wild.
I guess it's going to be played a bit more like Team Fortress 2 Engineer, or something closer to it.
Essentially, kind of similar to the EV Ultimate talent as well. But this one, no more shield, no more defensive capabilities, but this cute little mini flamethrower turret. I'm gonna show it off. Taking down poor Fernando. Talk about fighting fire with fire.
This is good to put behind the corner where people usually don't see it.
So it is, as they say, lit.
They basically turned an ultimate ability into a normal one.
No, I think programming actually had just a really good way of getting this working without really needing any art asset changes, which made it super efficient. But playtesting against all these Barrack testing was a lot of fun to get melted by.
Thanks for the follow.
Yeah, you probably got melted multiple times by that.
By the way, Anna Maria, you can use KP here as well.
Here, folks. So I'm going to keep it rolling. We'll try and get through these ones pretty quickly here. Nico, Brett, we have some item store changes here. First being Haven. We got a new item called Guardian.
Yep. We're watching Paladins patch notes show. There's a new patch coming.
Right?
Well,
and
yeah,
well, not replacing it, but yeah.
Also, everyone can use it.
Again, real quick, with so that's the end of the talent reworks for this patch. You may see some coming later. As we move into item changes, there are some beefy ones. And I encourage everyone to please feel free to give your.
Why did Haven get nerfed? It was kind of useless already.
Try them out before we jump to too many conclusions. So the first item change we have is Haven. So we are baking blast shields into Haven, and the new Haven is reducing both direct and AoE damage by a smaller scaling percentage.
They're combining 2 items.
So blast shields as an item does not exist anymore. Part of this was done, and we wrote dev commentary. Actually, that's something I forgot to mention at the start of the show. We wrote significant more dev commentary on these patch notes because I know that a lot of people feel that it's valuable, and I agree with them, that we are able to communicate why we do certain things, or at least have that discussion. So if you want a little bit of the behind the scenes, check out the dev commentary and the patch notes. But the TLDR on this one is that it is addressing Number of concerns regarding clarity of types of attacks, making space for different item changes that we want to make, and etc.
Absolutely.
So yeah,
And then
rest of the
Guardian,
page.
it's a new defense item, and
Oh,
it
new
increases
item.
the effectiveness of the shield you create. This does not affect
Yes,
card or passive
I
generated
am cat.
shields. It costs 300. Pretty exciting new one to try out. Definitely gonna have to try that out on PTS if you're somebody out there playing on the PTS. Hopefully by the weekend, right? We always aim to. We can't promise.
This is
but,
interesting.
Unexpected things.
That
But,
means probably
yeah,
more shields.
And then the last one is Veteran. The new effect of it is it will increase your base maximum health by 4, 8, and 12, which looks like a slight nerf, or maybe not. Maybe I'm mistaken, but
Oh, Veteran actually
cost.
increases
I
your
don't know,
health
explain
now
what it
instead
does.
of regeneration.
Yeah.
I'm
Let me run
not
through
as
both of
much of
those.
an item buff as the rest of you.
No worries. Let me run through both of those real quick. So Guardian, the new blue defensive item, increases the effectiveness of shields you create. This doesn't affect like card or passive generated shields, so putting a shield on an ally with Fury or right click, for example, is not going to be affected by that. This all complements the other item changes that we have as far as balance goes. Increasing the scaling value of record, for example. So that's the new item, Guardian, that is replacing blast shields, is increasing the effectiveness of shields you create. This item, Veteran, is also traditionally underused, although I guess if you're Yagharoth mains, this is something that you would pick pretty frequently as the Roly Worm. So sorry. But Veteran was traditionally underused and underperforming, so this is essentially, rather than increasing the health regeneration per second when you're out of combat, this is increasing your base maximum health by 4% scale.
Excellent.
Obviously, numbers can change, so don't necessarily go, oh my god.
This makes Veteran actually useful now.
But this is providing a different way to increase survivability than, for example, the new Haven. And should, along with the rest of the item changes and item balances, allow for a more diverse and viable set of items from the item store.
Hopefully, cutleries and healers won't be a problem now.
So that is gonna wrap up our balance store, or our wow, I'm already getting tongue-tied with the next section, which is gonna be the bounty store. But we're wrapping up
Bounty store comes back?
And yeah, I am one of those people, Nico, that
I did not expect news on Bounty Store for like at least another patch.
I could totally see why.
Bounty Store was this thing where you could get like free points and then buy free skins from the Bounty Store in the game. But it was disabled some months ago because it was kind of buggy.
But it works, so we'll go with it. But we are bringing back the bounty store in this update.
I guess it kind of works like free crowns in Realm 4 quests. You grind them for a while and then you can buy a skin. Something like that.
Well, it is finally coming back, and we have Twitch drops coming as well for this. Now, to
yes, finally.
And,
Smite has had Twitch drops for quite a while now.
Kind of chime in here too.
Paladins didn't, up to this point.
Because we have so much to get through and so little time. Basically, it's coming back. Players will be able to still purchase bounty skins with bounty coins. There will be more skins for sale. Each skin will be on sale for the same 3-day window, but we'll keep a rotating stock of 3 skins, staggered such that 1 skin will change each day. There will also be a bounty store event exclusive. Now, what this means is, in addition,
Bounty Store has events now.
This is for the players who purchase an event pass or crossover pass only. There will be a slot
what is a
character that if you own the current event pass or crossover pass, you purchase that, you have a chance to get this specific skin each update. Only if you purchase the pass. So, something to look out for. We'll show the skin later. That will be available as the event pass exclusive. Well, crossover pass exclusive, because that's what this one is going to be called. And Twitch drops, just to kind of elaborate on that. You will be able to link your account to Twitch and on approved, and for watching a Paladins on approved streaming channels, so channels that have the drop set up for like certain favorite streamers, etc., that have this. Every time you view, you'll gain 5 bounty coins for every 4 hours of stream viewing. So it's a nice
Time
way
to
earn
idle your
extra stuff,
computers,
and
gentlemen.
our first time doing Twitch drops. So I don't know.
Back when mixer
Nico,
points
what
were
do you have
still
to say about
used
this
in
friend?
the
I'm
game
just
store.
excited.
Yes,
I've
there
been
is a
playing this
mixer
Twitch
store in
stuff
the game as
so
well.
long, so
People would
really
just idle their computers on Paladin streams and rack up thousands of coin.
Go ahead, Brett.
I was just gonna say, like, there's a lot of times where just like throughout the day at work, I'll just turn on Paladins game or any streamer that's just playing the game and just kind of watch and get a sense of like, I've actually been getting back into playing fairly regularly with a few buddies of mine, and I'm trying to refigure out the meta and certain builds and picks and everything. So I've been watching streams throughout the day and just kind of getting a good sense of the meta of the game right now. And yeah, Twitch drops would definitely be handy to make use of all that time that I'm spending watching streamers.
Oh yeah, and it's just an extra way for everyone to earn these bounty coins that are coming back, and there will be additional chances to earn coins as well. We never want people to. This is basically saying, starting in this patch, we've implemented a new feature that will have players given the option, total option, of watching ads in game to earn gold, bounty coins, and other rewards. But you probably have a few questions about that, and to be upfront, these ads are completely optional. Players that would like to earn rewards via this new feature will just click the Earn Free Rewards button on the home menu and opt in for an ad to start playing.
Okay, this smells kind of mobile gamey thing. Watch ads for coins.
Always. We will never
I'm not sure about this yet.
add forced or unskippable ads.
But we'll see.
Ever. That is like something we exaggerated in these update notes there.
But like, if it gives me an ad for like free Fortnite V-Bucks, then no, thank you.
On TV or other mainstream video service providers or streaming platforms, nothing cheap or sketchy. And if you watch an ad, you will always receive an award. So really nice way that if you're just looking for extra ways to get free stuff, it's there. And in a free-to-play game, adding more ways to get more free stuff, I love being able to just give back to our players. So, but
yeah, something to emphasize with that is that sorry, I was just going to say, you know, this is entirely opt-in. If you never want to see anything of the system, then you never will. So it's not like you know, you log in and suddenly you have 5 different pop-ups on your windows saying click me. That's not going to happen.
Nope, completely optional, and you'll never see it again if you opt out. So limited time modes, though, we are gonna go into that next.
Oh,
not a
new
big
limited
update
time
here with
modes.
that, but the Genlock patch update will feature 6 unique and 2 previously popular modes that will rotate throughout the patch cycle. Each week there will be a different limited time mode available from midnight Friday until 8 a.m. Monday Eastern. And some of the previews is we have one called Pick Any, where in celebration of Paladins' 50th champion, we're letting you pick whatever champion you want. Teammate already picked them? No problem. Play 5 Groks. If it makes you happy, this sounds like... Okay.
Let's go, 5 Grok teams.
Like Nico,
perfect.
Like you wrote this. It says, Mo totems, mo problems.
Yeah,
and I wrote there. Okay, yes, that is a Nico line. I knew it. But yeah, so
No
Pick
totems,
Any. It's
no
going to be our
problems.
celebration.
The Church of Grover is coming back.
Oh my goodness.
Freeze.
Hunter versus Hunter. HVH. Okay. Anyways, 2 gunslingers stand on opposite ends of each other. In the blink of an eye, 2 guns are drawn. When the dust settles, only one of the former comrades in arms will be left standing. Will it be the Hand of Justice or will it be the Godslayer?
This sounds like a Wild West type of game mode.
Andro versus Lex.
So, with that being said, though, we can finally get in to our first crossover pass.
Yes, finally.
Genlock. So if you didn't get to see the trailer on Summer Games Fest, we got it here for you now, and we're gonna take a look at it before we go into these skins and see them in game. So, take it away, production.
Oh, that looks cool. People actually thought that the hold-ons for the Genlock characters were going to be skins as well. Sadly, they disconfirmed that.
Song, so when we
The robot
when we
suits
found
were
out
kind of
about
cool.
this, I started watching the anime myself. It was really fun. I enjoyed it. You can watch it, I believe, on Crunchyroll. So if you haven't checked it out yet, folks at home, definitely go do it. Has a
It's on
great voice
Crunchyroll?
acting cast as well. With this pass, though, just to let everyone know, this includes a lot of content as well as 5 total skins this time.
Come on, what's the price?
So there is a lot more work that went into this, especially with having to basically, I guess, Brett, you can probably elaborate on this, like change up some of the sizing and everything to fit like Yasmin on Lex, as well as the probably something with the big gun that Kinessa has for her skin. But basically, I know a lot of people have been asking about it. This will be more expensive than the normal ones because there's a lot more content and extra skins. This pass will be able to be purchased for 750 crystals.
Oh,
and
that's not
players
too
can
expensive.
Also purchase a buy
The
all
battle
option
passes usually were
for
600.
1500 and get everything, all the content in it instantly without having to worry about leveling it up. So let's look at the splash art here first for Cammy Maeve, who will be your instant unlock.
Yeah, people thought that these hold-ons, the robot suits, were gonna be skins as well. Unfortunately, no.
She just kind of reminds me of me, like, you know, really fun, quirky, but then a total like sassy kind of potty mouth in a way, you know. So she got a lot of attitude, and it's really fun to see. And now we don't have the exact same voice actress who you may recognize from certain.
They didn't get Maisie Williams to voice the character here.
The anime. But we don't have her, but the thing that I love is the voice actors and actresses that we couldn't get for these specific characters in our game. We did a really good job with the audio casting, matching them up. So let's go and take a look at her in game. Go ahead and talk about this a little bit, Brett, Kevin.
Yeah, I mean, when Genlock was first announced, I remember just looking through comments on social, and I feel like Cammy was probably one of the most. This was like before the roster of 5 were announced, but I feel like
cool
Cammy
names.
was one of the ones that people were really hoping would end up as part of this crossover, and yeah.
Is that audio behind, or is it mine?
And her weapons, and really all of their weapons, are so incredibly awesome. Custom UI,
the effects,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm really proud of the team for all the things that we did with this crossover pass. I mean, we have 30 levels instead of the 24 the other event passes have. We have custom weapon work we did.
There's like an extra tier, I think.
Custom effects for this skin and for others. The voice actors did fantastic work. It's just really turned out very well.
Yeah, I'm like, hopefully a lot of these skins inspire people to go and watch the show. I know it was really awesome getting to watch some of this stuff, but really they're just awesome skins anyways. And like, if there was opportunities on the art team to do things that were a step up from anything we've done on previous skins for the 5 characters picked here.
Oh yeah, that's the ultimate on her was like one of my favorites, just because she's a hacker.
That was a pretty low-key way to diss Maeve's previous skins. She actually has quite a number of great skins.
When she's doing her ultimate, this is awesome. So yeah, let's go check in some of her voice lines. Miss Sassy Scottish Queen here.
So good.
Can't say I'm crazy about trusting my brain to a piece of tech that killed him.
Come on, Shaz could have done this better.
Something besides kill us, am I right? You're a badass.
love it. I like that she actually cusses.
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed that they couldn't get the original voice actor from the anime.
So, let's go. But
Just does not
that being
sound
said,
right.
We took a look at her, and we are going to go into our level 12 unlock, which is Valentina Canessa. So this was another really interesting.
So Kinessa kind of
character.
looks like Widowmaker now with the coloring scheme.
A Russian voice actress for this, and yeah, they crushed it. I really enjoyed this character. Also, the gun doesn't do it justice in the splash art. It is huge once we get in game, folks. Huge.
Yeah, compared to like other Kinessa skins where the gun collapses when you're unscoped, Valentina's gun stays extended in its full rifle form the entire time, which is awesome. It makes the gun just truly immense on the screen. And
Come on, show us the gun. Stop
this
talking about
skin
it.
was actually probably one of the ones I had the most animation work on. Their hair got extremely detailed model on the hair. We got new rigs, making sure the new gun, both screen space that it took up in 1P and everything felt good, but this was just an awesome skin to play as.
Yeah, let's take a look at it in game. See? I told you! Bringing out the big guns.
Massive rifle.
Yeah. It's very cool.
Almost looks like Strix's rifle.
Guns. Big ammunition.
Large ammo, yep.
I think it's the Rowdy that's behind.
It's just awesome. I think before this skin, I hadn't really played a lot of Kinessa, and this skin is just so cool. I started playing.
Definitely my personal favorite Kinessa skin.
Mm-hmm.
I love all the effects on these.
Again, we see that custom UI as well, which is very nice.
Looks like we have a slight delay on audio on the production side.
Ah, they finally noticed
It's
it.
not the in-game folks there, so. But let's go in and take a look here at her voice lines.
Walking tech makes me modern Houdini. Now you don't see me. Now you're dead. Don't die out there. And we can have some.
Kinda reminds me of Red Winter Tyra. She also has this sort of Russian
It's so
voice back.
Possible. Possible.
Hey, she's saying thank you.
Have you seen my gun? Come back when you have upgrade.
In the show, Valentina is definitely very confident, sassy, kind of like, you know, watching out for the group, kind of the big badass there. But we are going to go into our next tier, which is Victor Chase, which is your level 18 unlock, and this one is free to all who play the game.
Ooh, the free players actually get the skin too this time.
As well. So
Nice.
Yeah, something
will,
that's kind of cool about all of these. Something you'll notice with all these voice actors is that we tried our best to be true to form. So you know, where other skins or other pieces of content maybe like super bombastic, these are as true to form as possible to the show voices. So for those of you who are Genlock fans, we hope that we nailed it for you. But otherwise, you know, still fun. And I'm loving.
That's
this
up for
Victor as
debate.
well.
yeah, I mean Chase is the star, kind of the star, the main character, the one that is focused on the most in the show, if you are familiar with Genlock. And yeah, I think this is another one where it might not be the same voice actor, but does sound very, 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 very on par to Michael B. Jordan's voice acting there. And that's another reason too, folks. If you haven't watched the show yet, the voice acting cast in general, just for the show, on top of the amazing animations and the plot, which is also really good, is just great to watch. You also have David Tennant in there for another character that isn't one of the skins. Just amazing cast, amazing show to watch. So it is really exciting that we got to do a collaboration with Rooster Teeth on this show specifically. Shout outs to them. But yeah, Chase kind of gets done dirty in the beginning from being the hero. I won't spoil it.
Where do I
but
click to see
he's
the skin now?
definitely the all-American hero guy, and I definitely think the Victor rig and weaponry and everything does fit.
When it comes to Victor skins, Victor is another character who has quite a bit of very nice skins.
Yeah, big shout
Love
out
that gun.
to big shout out to Adam, our weapons artist, who absolutely killed it on all of these weapons. They're just so incredible to like. Yeah, it makes the first-person presentations awesome.
Oh, we still got a bit of a delay here, but don't worry, folks.
A bit of a delay.
That won't happen when you're
No
in
kidding.
TPS. Just some issues with the stream. Yeah, I mean, the gun looks great. They did such great detail
The
in
gun
making it feel just
may
like
look
the
great,
Grimlock
but
universe.
what's more important to me is, does it sound great? Yes,
just
this
the
one sounds
futuristic
great.
Feel of like Chase's gun, Valentina's rifle, Kami's knives. and
Victor has a
you'll
couple
see
other
Kazu's
futuristic
swords
sounding
come up
guns too, by the way.
Even Lex's pistols, like it just has this awesome, or Yasmin's pistols. It has this just awesome futuristic feel that you don't get from other weapons for those characters, and they just Adam, audio, VFX, everyone just did an awesome job making these feel just so cool.
Oh yeah, let's see his ultimate here, too. Let's get a little cooldown on there. Oh, I
That
like
like
the beams.
techie
That sounds
beamy
good.
sound is really fun.
Remember the first playtest that audio got put in, all of us had to like stop for a minute and be like, what awesome thing did we just get killed by? That sounded incredible.
Absolutely.
And then we also show off the ADS
there's one
real
of the
quick.
there's one of the 3D sprays right there that have special effects and sound effects in game. And then we can show off some of the voice effects as well.
I'm gonna need you to stay on mute for a minute. Be safe out there. Let loose. Get it? The only me I know. You can't beat my team. You don't have it.
Okay, this actually sounds quite a bit like the actual character in the show, so at least it did good on this one.
Alright.
And then before we transition to the next character.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, real quick. Can we also show the aim down sights as well, just so we can show off the weapon a little bit? And I think we'll be ready. There we go. Cool.
Awesome. Well, we are going to go into... This is my favorite one, actually. Is
Zin.
Kazuya, who speaks in Japanese. Like, if you watch the show, he's always speaking in Japanese to everyone. They just understand him. And, he plays guitar. It's kind of a, like the cool... I don't know, just overall cool guy, right? But Kazu fits in really well, especially with the sword. And this is your level 24 unlock, folks. So,
yeah, you'll see in a second. But the effects Rollin put on the sword here, I think, makes this my favorite first-person weapon out of the crossover skins.
I agree.
Oh, yeah.
This skin that we did for him before, but this is actually might give me a run for my money as far as what I use when I play him. Just because, as Brett, as you mentioned, like the sword just looks, I don't know. It reminds me of those the futuristic, you know, the nano cutter, you know, the nano sword kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And then like its presentation on screen is just so slick too, because it's just like this. It's like there's a classic thin steel sword, but the effects Rowan put on it really bump it up above and beyond. Um, and I think it has like a little bit of like, I think you could see it on Cammy's daggers too, where it had this a little bit of like a trailing effect on it. But you'll see once we get in here, but it has that same type of feel too, which really just makes it fun to run around as Zen and swing this thing.
Something that's interesting about this skin in particular is that its voice pack is entirely in Japanese. That was an interesting hurdle
Can you
to
just
tackle.
like
Generally don't
show the skin now?
That, but it should be interesting.
Or
Yeah,
no?
there
Oh
are
yes.
certain ways that you can still understand what your teammate's saying, I believe, too, Nico.
Yeah, the text in the bottom in your chat box will still be English or whatever language you have, but the voice line itself is Japanese.
Oh.
Oh yeah, these effects. You weren't kidding, Brett.
Yeah.
So this is the skin for the weeaboos.
So cool.
Oh my goodness.
Or people that like Genji.
Yeah. They really knocked.
I think the gameplay is streamed to them from someplace else.
Beautiful.
That's why the delay. Not sure.
Am I allowed to call him beautiful?
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's gorgeous.
Oh.
He's got a flaunt it.
Oh, I like that shimmering effect thing.
That whirl.
All right, we're gonna see the ultimate here. Dang. Very cool.
Yeah, I love those trails that we leave behind when we swing.
Yeah, the effects are incredible. Shoutouts to Rowan.
Let's see his voice pack.
This looks great. What? Who said that? The fuck?
楽しんでな。最高だった。俺は最強だな。敵は後ろにいるぞ。すげえ。くそ。オッケー。ありがと
う。Alright. Arigato.
ちょっとしたウォーミングアップだ。
That's awesome. I'm glad we were able to go that route on that.
Yeah, it's so true to the character in the show, so it's lovely to see. And then our last level 30. Okay, so this event pass goes crossover pass goes to level 30, and your final unlock will be Yasmin, Lex. So this is a first for us. We I think Smite's done it before for skins, but we haven't yet. Is where we make a
female Lex
and put a lady character on it using that rig. I assume there were some challenges with this because Lex in general has more of a stocky kind of body, and you probably had to alter that, I assume, Brett, to kind of make it work, for a feminine kind of figure. I know Smite, I actually believe Smite had that issue with making some of their, I think they did like Ruby, and when they did that, they had a character that was a woman over a male rig. So
yeah, a lot of it is solved down towards the concept and character modeling end of the pipeline, where if they can get the character sheet and the model to essentially follow the proportions of the original character as best as possible, then that really minimizes any changes that need to be made to the rig and animation down on our end. And they did a great job kind of fitting Yasmin to Lex's proportions and his rig.
And this
sounds like it wasn't too much of a challenge, actually.
Like,
then
working with human anatomy from then, say, when we did Pepper Pimp, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
This is going to require more work, right?
Yeah, so for situations like Pip and Pepper, like we'll end up having to make some things new and have them be overrides so that when you're playing as Pepper, they play instead of old Pip animations. Um, but for Yasmin, we tried to get them riding as much of Lex as possible. I know one of the things Caitlin, our animators, did was for this first-person reloads, because the gun no longer follows Lex's crystal-based guns. We had to make a new reload since I think it's Lex's original ones open up and vent heat. So we just have to come up with new animations for that. But yeah, a lot of work gets solved before it even reaches animation, which is great for us, and we really appreciate the work other departments do. And then we'll do spot checks and make any overrides needed to accommodate that.
I'm getting serious like Magnum vibes from these guns, which is what's my favorite part of the skin.
Yeah, I like that they feel heavy, like when you feel them shoot, like powerful.
You don't stand a chance.
Also, before we listen to the voice lines, I wanted to give a shout out to the voice actress for this skin, Lauren, who was super excited to be part of the Paladins universe. You know, they had a good friend who passed recently, so this is also for you, Mike. So big shout out to them.
Yeah, big shout outs. Love the work that you did. The voice pack too just sounds amazing. So she crushed it. So
Hearing yes.
Calling it the Union is like calling an execution the freedom. Focus on the goal. Just like the ether.
I guess it has Genlock based lore
Are you excited
voice
to
lines
keep up?
as well.
I've heard a lot about you. Woo-hoo. That is not good.
That was even more plain than the
I've seen you make
no voice
children
pack.
scared
Woo.
of you.
very nice. And
Enemies behind us.
I think we have some sprays there too. Are there any that we didn't look at yet that you have loaded there? To our... Oh, there we go. That we didn't see that one yet. That one's Valentina's. Very cool. I love the sound effects they put on those as well. We saw that one earlier. The chases. Some of these will be available, folks, to you not only in the event pass, but also via Trials of the Realm.
How is Lex hated?
We'll be going into next. So.
Before we get away from the Genlock stuff,
I've never had like problems with Lex.
Each of the 5 characters are getting a new MVP for this event pass. And
I imagine that Lex was hated in the past for various things, but
Claire, one of our animators,
in the
before
current
coming to
meta,
us, worked at Rooster Teeth and was able to work on some of the early production of Genlock. So when this crossover came up for our end, Claire really took the lead and immediately started pulling reference images and anything we could to make it so these MVPs that each of these characters are getting are true to who they are in Genlock, but also work on the characters where they're not picked as the Genlock skins. And each one of those are awesome, and Claire was a huge help, just making sure that we had the best understanding of these Genlock characters as we worked on them.
Oh yeah, and just a shout out to those MVPs as well. There are 5 of them, and they are all included for those who purchase the crossover pass. So you will get all 5 MVPs for the 5 different characters skins. They're included in that, which is a great. I don't think we've ever done 5 in a pass ever, at least not in the new format. And we also have a death stamp that'll be there, which is really cute, featuring Nugget, which is the little animatronic robot that Cammy creates in the show. Nugget is adorable, and
So
there's
cute.
also a death card featuring Dr. Weller, which is the character that in the show is voiced by, oh my gosh, I said it earlier and now I'm blanking. Doctor Who. Tennant. Yeah, David Tennant. Thank you. I don't know why my mind blanked, but yeah. On top of that, you'll get some 3D sprays, avatars, all the skins, all those other things. But we're going to talk really quick before getting into some other cool skins coming. Trials of the Realm, continuing, Genlock themed. You will get rewards for this. The first one in Temple Isles unlocks July 21st. Lunar Coast is the last to unlock September 8th. And in this, there will be a loading frame for you called Uptime, and it is Genlock themed. There are 2 avatars, 2 static sprays, and 3 of those really cool with sound effects animated 3D sprays that you will see as well as rewards, along with gold crystals and 300 crystals and some event passes.
Do you hate Lex,
as well
Nightmare's
for the
potato?
Trials of the Realm. So we hope you've been enjoying those so far. I know it's something newer, so I know the team's been trying to like just keep meshing and making it better each time as they can. So with that being said, I want to get into this next really exciting skin though, because we still have a champion to get to, which we're very close to. It's heating up. It's heating up. It's like when you ask when you're finding an Easter egg if you're warm or cold. We're getting hot. We're getting hotter. Okay. On getting to this new champion. But let's talk about Vatu. Vatu came to us in the last update.
Vaatu visketing
right?
again?
That's kind of one of your babies, Kevin. Correct. And we're getting he's channeling his inner abyssal demon, I believe, in this skin, if I'm not mistaken, in Mayhem Vatu.
I haven't even seen the splash art yet.
Not quite abyssal with a capital A abyssal necessarily, but I can already tell. Maybe it's just me, but I can already tell that this is his first skin that wasn't in his release update, but it is already probably the only Vatu skin I will ever be equipping.
Mm-hmm.
It is just gorgeous.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's very edgy, and this will be available for those who are wondering. We're going to go in game in a second, too, and take a look. But for those wondering, there will be a new chest coming. There's going to be 3 new chests coming. The Pandemonium chest is the one that you'll be able to get him in on July 21st. So we'll take a look at this
Many hands.
Abyssal Demon.
Is he gonna function like... what's the name of the Indian deity?
I'll talk a little bit about the voice pack that we will then hear after the effects. But essentially, this is one of my favorite characters to create. So like writing voice packs, you end up you create a personality, a character for the skin, and this one was just the right mix of like slightly uncomfortable, creepy. That I was nailing it. I asked a couple people on the team, hey, what do you think of this audition? And they said, it kind of made me uncomfortable. And I was like, that's what I was going for. So I think it turned out really well. And yeah, the green, the color motif, even the serrated kunai, I love everything about this skin.
Yeah, the faces on the kunai are actually
It kind of reminds me of that
really, creepy, but in a good way.
That Geno skin. I forget its name, but it was in the Ascension Peak patch.
I mean, I don't know why we're really trying to go to the Abyss anyways, but definitely don't want to run into him.
Yeah, this is incredible. Art-wise, I apologize if I get any of these mixed up, but I believe this was concept-wise a Thunderbrush special.
Oh, of course.
Done by Adam, and I believe the model was done by Scott.
He likes making edgy stuff.
I apologize if I mix anyone up, but yeah, this skin was... I think the first time the team started seeing it, we were like, oh, this was just a step up from just raising the quality bar for us as skins. It's actually pretty funny, and if we get a third-person shot of this, he does have extra arms attached to him, which early on we were concerned might be a problem with them just kind of...
Yeah, I was hoping those extra arms would actually function, but
during his animation sets, they actually...
Guess they don't.
Test we got in of him being rigged on this skin, the arms worked extremely well, and there was like very minimal things we had to tweak on it, and this skin just came together so well.
I should make it so that this skin only has triple the number of kunai thrown, just because it has triple the sets of hands.
Yeah, I wish we could... I was just gonna say, I wish we had time to like have 4 extra arms come in first person and just do animations that way. That would have been fun, but a lot of work.
Yeah.
I don't believe we have time to really look at the voice pack for this one just yet, unless production whispers into our ear. I think this... Okay.
Ooh, voice pack.
So I think we do get a couple voice lines.
Okay, yeah, we do. We're good.
Violence. Between killing. Violence.
Sounds like Corvus's voice actor under all that modulation.
You are wonderful. You are wonderful. I am violence.
It kind of
Oh,
reminds
yes.
me of like
This is a fun voice
Sky
back.
version of Yagoroth almost.
You're right, Nico. I am uncomfortable, but in a good way. I love it.
Nailed it.
The next one we're going into is we have Toothache Eevee. So for those of you who weren't able to get the ranked reward last
It's
year,
basically a
Sweet
recolor of the
this is,
the ranked skin.
basically a other variation of this skin. And
Just say it's a
again, we were
recolor.
talking earlier about how the bounty store coming back will have event pass exclusives. So anyone who buys the crossover pass for Genlock will get the skin for free with the bounty store, I believe, or not for free, right? It's
If you want people to buy you skins, make them buyable with like actual thing. Don't put it behind this thing, behind that thing. Just give people the chance to actually.
An event pass exclusive. I'm not exactly certain
Why they do
how
this?
it combines with the crossover pass in particular, but it is available in the Just Desserts chest and as an event pass.
Exclusive for the
skin as
bounty
well.
store.
Oh well, at least Eevee is getting another
with the bounty
skin,
store. Not in the
which is actually a recolor.
for folks. So we're gonna take a look at her in game, just to see.
Skin's looking pretty sweet.
Wow, I'm gonna need to put you on ice for that one.
Oh no.
Nico got punned back.
Yeah, we won't spend too much time on this since we have looked at the Tweet Shop before, but this is really exciting. I like the colors.
RGB ice cream is the best kind of ice cream.
Yep.
It's
And
the gamer's
gold
choice.
It's just the cherry on top, so to speak.
Gonna have to go. Dang it, Nico. I'm gonna have to go get some soft serve after this.
Okay, the voice pack is the same and it's still fucking
I know
annoying.
a lot of people really wanted to have the new Eevee skin last season, and we weren't able to get them that. But yeah, we'll take a look at a couple of voice lines real quick, and then we'll be moving on here. And we are almost at that time, you know.
What's Bomb King's favorite candy? A warhead! Good luck! Don't get in too much trouble. You're pretty cool. I have won so many awards.
Just move on, we have heard this crap before.
I don't know about that.
All right. Well,
There's nothing sweet about what I'm going to do to you. Check out my
just to let you folks know too, there's gonna be, we're not gonna show this on screen, but it's in the update notes. There's a 50th champion celebration avatar that will be available through a special acquisition upon the launch of Ray, who we will be getting to right in a second. We're gonna just go through the chests coming for this update. We have 3 new ones. We have the
Just get to the
Pandemonium
damn
chest,
bunny.
the Just Desserts chest.
I've been waiting
and
for
the
like.
Relics of War chest, and
Ooh.
the new skin that is in the Pandemonium.
It's interesting.
Is Mayhem Batu,
They've done these
and you'll
like
also be able to get Draconic Fighter
drawings for
Victor,
just
Draconic
instead of the
Enforcer
3D
Blood,
models.
High Priest
Some of the older
Snake,
just like
Demon
Cosmic
Knight
Chest
Maeve,
and Gold Chest are still
Dark
models in the
Monarch
game.
Leon, Seeping Corruption Grover,
It's kind of
Ring,
weird.
and the Winged Drake mount in that.
But they
Just
look
Desserts,
nice.
You're gonna have Toothache Eevee,
Too bad you
Sugar
can't
Plum
actually
Willow,
own them.
Emoji, Trick or Treat Talus, Street Style Ash, Pumpkin Bomb King, Stellar Protector Io, and Merrymaker Dredge. And then in the Relics of War chest, you're going to be able to get Reaver Victor, Battlesuit Eagle-Eyed Kinessa, Battlesuit Godslayer, Androxus, Legionnaire Atlas, Omega Koga, Omega Makoa, Steelforge Maldamba, and Galactic
Omega skins are coming back.
So those
Interesting.
3 will be coming to you in this next update. And no further ado, do we have
Oh,
Ray
finally. Yes.
ready to be shown off? And if you missed the trailer, you get to watch it now.
It's a raising.
Gotta be around here somewhere. Watch out! Don't get yourself killed, okay? Well, can't let these go to waste.
Need healing. For the magistrate.
That's so true. Need healing, and then just leaves.
I just love the stop animation style that they use for those trailers so much.
Yeah.
I think it looks great.
Glow is the production studio that handles that, and they've just been absolutely killing it with like Octavia's and then Vatu's and now Ray. It's also so awesome to see older characters come back for these cinematics and get a glow up in this art style, and it's just awesome to see these story elements coming together.
Oh yeah. And this is a character too that the team had been working on for a while, and she evolved over time into such like a different style and look. So yeah, I love the way that she turned out.
Actually,
the way she is too.
there is a Paladins YouTuber that made a connection between Ray and a bunny skin in Smite. They look very much alike, so I doubt that they've been working on the visuals for this for a while.
I think now, maybe?
I think they just reused the skin for Smite for this champion.
But I will also like to point out too.
But if they turn out well, who cares?
As well with her on just kind of matching that kind of Leon aesthetic too, since like they are close, they are, you know, besties, like, you know, bestie please, but yeah. I love that Ray didn't necessarily come from House Aico, but when she's there, that she's formed such a deep bond with Leon, and they are, you know, the way that I think Nico explained it too is like they are close, but they also have reasons to also be using each other in a way, you know, because Ray is able to get all this knowledge as well from the libraries.
Yeah. I believe Bunny Mage was more of a concept before the Aico part got introduced, and then we just slowly kind of pushed in, we'll make her part of House Aico, make her an Aico Mage. And then that kind of contributed to her appearance and her aesthetic, which made her appearance great.
Here we go.
Ooh. Here she is.
That actually looks a bit...
Ray, the scholar of House Aico.
A bit better than the splash art.
Care to elaborate on some lore here for everyone out there?
Yeah, I'll give you the quick
TLDR.
rundown, and then you can check out. Yeah, we can. You know, anyone who wants to find me later, we can talk more in depth about who she is as a character. But the TLDR is that she is this strong-willed, confident, extremely intelligent, full Lepori mage.
What is wrong with the audio?
Kind of has now a mutual understanding with Leon. They have become fast friends and faster allies, right? And she is a seeker of knowledge who is serving as a companion to Leon when she's not off doing anything else that would, you know, that she kind of wants. Her goal is to be, you know, to be the very best. To
like no one ever was.
That,
okay.
Yeah, not quite, but to make sure that she uses the resources that House Aico can provide to her to be at the tippy top of the arcane mastery that nobody.
Okay, so let's see how much work they actually put into the character, because in the data mine they were basically just series with a couple new abilities. I didn't expect them to actually come out this patch, like maybe next patch.
You know, Khan and she might have kind of a long-suffering relationship, a little bit of friendly ribbing. The general, you know, ray trace, so to speak, of her lore.
What a ray of sunshine. I do want to give shout outs to our animator Jacob was point on the third person animations and did that amazing skip that we saw when we first loaded in. I was point on the first person animations that you're seeing now, and the whole team helped out on Ray, and everyone has a chunk of making her personality really shine.
Romanov, if you like, we can start going through her abilities as well.
That's what I was about to push you once Brett was done talking. So she's support, folks. She has 2,200 health, and her weapon is just, her hands, sigil. So I will let you start going through her abilities here, starting with, I guess, chain heal.
Sure, we can show off her in-hand as well. So, and as we do that, which is essentially just a ball of magical energy, so our cameraman can send that downtown towards Fernando. But as we do that, we can. So this is. I ended up taking over for another designer at the tail end.
Yes, Eris is throwing similar shit.
By another one of our fantastic designers, Adonis, who, for those of you who have not heard, is no longer with hi-rez. He's off pursuing greener pastures. Although that's more of a cow thing than a.
So both Adonis and Potts have left.
Carrots, whatever. But so we'll start with sigil. We have that in hand 6 ammo. Fires out a magical ball of energy, dealing 450 damage every 0.7 seconds. Her alternate fire, chain heal, is manifesting arcane forces, sending them outward, chaining between allies, and healing them for 500 per bounce. Now, we will talk about Spirit Link later, but essentially, Spirit Linked allies will be healed for 30% more.
What the?
This is kind of a different take. As we make new champions and new ways to deliver mechanics, we're always aiming for something that is both viable and flavorful, something new, something different. So this is kind of your semi-traditional chain heal versus, for example, an AoE heal or a direct heal or shared healing, anything like that.
This actually looks kind of interesting.
I'm actually going to skip to ability 2 before we do her defensive. So if we can show off Spirit Link real quick. We tether ourselves to an ally or an enemy, and while linked to an ally, you heal them for, I believe it's actually less than the number on the patch notes right now, but the patch note shows 200. We heal them for 50 per tick right now. Obviously, numbers can change for the first BTS cycle, and grant them 1% ultimate charge every 1 second.
Ooh, extra ult.
We reduce their movement speed by 10% and deal 50 damage every 0.75 seconds. Something to note with Spirit Link, it is not permanent. It will break if you break line of sight for a duration or get far enough away for a duration, anything like that. And we show off kind of the cool warning.
So it's kind of like Aico's heal, but different somehow.
Sorry, Brett, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, Kevin. I was just gonna say.
Kind of like Aico's heal, but you don't have to aim.
We really had to figure out early whether she was going to.
I'm confused.
We knew she was going to link with players, and we didn't know if we wanted to do that for casting the hands or whatnot. And we ended up deciding on giving her this little effigy, little spirit object. Not sure what the term we ended up calling it, but this little orb that stays with her so that she can continue doing her casting things. And
I actually like the melody that ping-ponging heal thing does. It sounds nice.
Different animations for when you summon the orb, when you recast the orb, when you can break the orb, and just like Rollin working on like the beam trail and making sure that was smooth, and just the whole screen presentation of this was really decided early on, which was a huge help, and it came out great for her.
We do have some targeting logic on the chain heal to target low health allies, so there's a little bit of logic there as well. And then with the Spirit Link, we can also show off her defensive, which is called Envelop. So Envelop, this is another new mechanic, something that we'll love feedback on. But Envelop is a defensive that reduces the maximum amount of damage that you can take in a single instance of damage to 275 per instance. The duration is fairly short at 3 seconds, and it increases your movement speed by 40% as well.
He died.
If you envelop while you are linked to an ally, Spirit linked to an ally, they are also enveloped. So just to clarify, if you take damage, for example, from Koga, who does less than 275 damage per bullet, it will do nothing for you besides give movement speed.
So this is kind of like a worst modded shield.
Blood Drogo's rocket. It will do 275 per shot for the duration of envelop. this is a different way.
So instead of healers using their ultimate to get out of danger, they've basically made it a normal ability.
And essentially just introducing new and interesting mechanics, new and interesting ways to play. Enveloping will protect Fernando from Cassie shots as well for that duration.
Oh!
And then
So this works on others as well.
Our ultimate, which is called Vivify. Vivify is unleashing. And you'll see the VFX. I absolutely love the VFX. Our cameraman's gonna keep Fernando alive while I'm talking. I'll try to make this quick. All right, so Vivify unleashes a burst of energy to your linked ally. You have to be linked to somebody to use her ultimate, making them immune to damage for 2 seconds, and then healing them for 100% of their maximum health after that delay. You also gain this benefit. And like I said before, you have to be linked to an ally to use it. So we can go ahead and hurt poor Fernando, and then go ahead and keep him from dying.
Let's see it.
I'm pretty happy with how this one came out.
So this is your oh crap moment. I need to save you right now.
Woo! Let's go. Everyone in chat's probably gonna be like, Ray OP, please nerf, and she's not even out yet.
It was much scarier before there was any audio or VFX attached to it. Oh, bye, Fernando. And in playtests, Jaggeroths would just go to full health.
Something that our cameraman was showing off there is it does require you to be linked to to an ally to use the ultimate, right? And using it will affect your linked target, not the person you are looking at. So just to be clear, it's not an aimed ultimate.
Looks good. But I wonder when they are going to implement a resurrecting healer into the game.
More time here, Nico. Maybe go over some of the talents that she has as well before we get into her skins that will be in the season pass and her variation color and golden.
So her default talent is called Extension. This increases the range at which the chain heal, your alt fire, will bounce between allies by 40%. This is, you take this if you are not going to be playing super grouped up, if you just want a more comfortable ease of healing experience. There we go. It's significantly larger, just kind of a quality of life, ease of use thing.
I wonder if there is a card to increase the speed of the healing thing.
This one again.
Because if you're using extension and want to heal at the same rate, you might need a speed up card.
While Envelop is active, and you are linked to an enemy, prevent them from healing. So if I link to, well, first I have to get close enough to Fernando to link to him. If I link to Fernando and I use Envelop, it has a duration of 3 seconds. They are unable to be healed for that duration. This will break on things that make you untargetable, ethereal states, damage absorptions, that kind of thing. But this is for the slightly more aggressive or situational aggressive Ray. Make sure you get that. Make sure you get that pick by preventing healing while Envelop is active. You also have to burn your defensive to do that. So, and Ray's final talent at level 8 is called Focus. This one is, as I think it was colloquially known within the team as Beefy Link. Spirit Link's cooldown is increased to 6 seconds. So it is a cooldown now, rather than something that you swap pretty quickly. And it only lasts for 2 seconds. It's no longer persistent, but its base effects are tripled. And that means, let me be clear, it's not any of the cards, and it's not any of the other effects that happen with Spirit Link necessarily. It is the base effects. So the healing and the energy charge will be increased. In addition to the slow and the damage that you deal against an enemy with Spirit Link active, that is also increased by 3. This is one, I think, that has the greatest potential for numbers changes in PTS, so go ahead and give me feedback on how that plays in your guys' opinion.
Yeah,
and that covers, I think...
I was just going to say, to add to you asking for feedback, a really good place to do that is once we do open PTS, the discord.gg.
This actually generally looks like a more active series, if that makes sense.
Channel that we have that is a
not
great
just a
way
heal bot
to give
anymore.
that PTS feedback there to Nico. That is not where you put your bugs. There is also going to be a PTS bug channel separately, but for feedback specifically, we will have that there. So make sure you tune in if that is something you'd be interested in and contributing to this update, folks. But with that being said, that is Ray. Let's listen to a couple of her voice lines, and then we're going to go into her skins. So,
Probably take care of these
kind of
Cassie auto fires
these
first.
Cassies.
Never bring a gun to a wavy handbag.
You have served your purpose, Cassie. Now be gone.
Yeah, be gone.
Leave this realm.
Rampage. Hit an F in the chat.
Oh, we got
for
one more.
Our cameraman. There's still one more terrorizing the realm right now. No, two more. There's still two more terrorizing the realm. Cassie,
All right.
Cassie, can't be a bestie when she's just shooting off like that. So.
I commissioned an art piece the other day. I call it ray tracing.
God damn it! I bet Nico wrote all these puns.
Let's have some fun. You're amazing. You should join House Aico. Top of my class. Thank you. Chase the enemy. Spread out. Retreat. Help. Help. Group up. Clearly, none of you have ever been near a library. Good luck, everyone. No, not that.
She's serving the sass in full effect. I love it. And yeah, so this is
Oh,
gonna be
summer
the
skin.
last skin for those who are interested. If you don't already own it, might be the time to buy it if you're a Ray fan.
Who is this?
Unlock. This is her beach bunny.
Kind of looks like Sky, but blue.
Through the Season Pass 2021, and this skin will become unobtainable after the Season Pass 2021 has finished. So, yeah, I mean, look, she got emoji there. She hasn't forgotten about fellow Lapori, out there. And she is just having a blast sunbathing, but, making sure she stays cool in the shade with that hat. Very cute. Very, very, very cute. What do y'all think?
I love it.
Oh, and we do have a look at it in game, just so we can see,
Oh.
since it is a little different in a couple ways from the base skin, just the general look of it. Very stylish, it reminds me kind of, it's like a vintagey look, but still House Aico. Like, it still reads to me, even without red, the House Aico, right?
Yeah, Matt did a great job modeling this.
And this is going to be her other skin. I just love the color palette. I love the kind of fiery look to this. This is her Harvest skin. This is the variant recolor that can be purchased.
Wait, they're actually okay. For a recolor, this looks pretty good.
If you're a Season Pass 2021 holder, you will automatically unlock this skin. So very, very gorgeous. I just love the color palette. And last but not least, we have Golden Ray. This will be your unlock. For reaching
This looks good.
level 50 with
They're
Ray.
doing the thing that they did with Watto is that the texture on the clothes or the pattern on the clothes is different. Looks nice.
But really, I love the gold.
But really,
I
the
love
summer skin is what
base being black, because the gold makes it pop even more with the design in her robes. So I really enjoy it. Overall, folks, we're getting close to the end here.
the summer skin is what I'd probably use.
Is, on the community side, if you haven't already, I'm just gonna say it before we sign off. Make sure you enter, if you haven't, the community avatar submission program. This current theme going on is the fall Halloween theme, which I think everyone kind of is having fun with. I love.
I'm actually wondering what they're going to have for Halloween event pass.
And with the addition
Actual spooky skins or just some random magic crap again.
It's gonna be even harder to sift through, because I went through like 700 entries the last time, and then had to get it down with the team to a certain amount, then limit it again, and then we had to choose from the top I don't know, like 15 or 20 at the end for like the top 10 that ended up, being in the game for our community chests. So if you haven't already, that's on the paladins.com/news page with the information on how to enter and everything. Any last words before we sign off here, folks? Nico.
For me at least, I hope the patch note show has been rabbiting. That's not that wasn't very good. I'll jump off of that. But anyway, so all jokes aside, I do hope we put a lot of effort into this patch. This is a mid-season. It's larger than usual. We had a lot of different changes, a lot of potentially significant changes, some of which we weren't able
The
to
PTS is gonna be interesting.
So please go check out the patch notes. I am very excited for this patch. I hope you guys are too. Please feel free to leave feedback. We love to hear from you, and I really hope you enjoy this patch.
Yeah, it's been a very hair-raising update, if I can say so myself. But Brett, any final words? Thank you, by the way, for joining us. Again, Animator. Make sure you follow him, folks.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. It's been great to talk about this patch. I mean, we've been working on it for a long time, and a lot of love went into it. A lot of people were excited for both Genlock and Ray, and it's been awesome watching it develop. Huge props to everyone involved. Again, yeah, like Nico said, let us know what you think. We love hearing. And one special thing I do want to say is, like, when Ray's teasers first started coming out on social, the amount of fan art we started seeing immediately for her was outstanding. And like
there was a lot this time. Unlike Vatu.
We all see it. We're all out there looking for it, and the amount of love that Ray received, and just how good a lot of this early fan art was, when like our community hasn't even seen the fully detailed form of Ray. It was just really exciting to see, and we'll keep our ears open for how everyone likes her when she's in playtest.
Keep them
But
with that being said, folks, thank you so much for joining us for the Genlock update show. It has been my pleasure to be here with these folks and show you all this new content in what I think is one of our best updates to date. So we look forward to seeing you next time, and we'll see you in the round. Bye.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good one.
I guess this means it's time to dig in the patch notes. Where is my browser? Right. What did they not show us? Oh, cards. Spirit Link. You can increase healing. But there is no speed increase for the actual link itself. Wait, no, that's the wrong thing. Oh, Dr. Weller is a test stamp. He's the professor or whatever it is in the show that kind of manages the agents. And here is the death stamp. Oh, Bounty Star, yes. No matter. Later. Oh, they're actually giving players some bounty coins when they reopen the store. Interesting. And duplicate skins will be removed. So if you have 2 of something, goodbye. You no longer have 2 of something. So you now get 30 bounty coins from a single quest instead of 1 or 2. Yeah, so it sounds like the bounty store is ready to go. Anyway, I'm gonna stop the stream here for now, and thanks for watching. I might return later in the week with a retro stream. Don't know what game yet, but we'll see. Anyway, thank you for watching. This is where I'm gonna end.